So I am really excited for you to get your first sale. That's the whole point of this thing. So let's go ahead and dive right into setting up our payment options so we can get paid. First things first, what is a payment provider? Basically, it's kind of like a credit card transaction company. Like they sit in between you and the customer, and you dial in your website the right way, you choose the right company. They make sure that you collect payments and get paid, and the payments are inserted into your bank account. These payment methods are secure, and they allow customers to buy from you in the way that they most prefer. So log into your Shopify, go settings, and then choose payment provider. So basically, when a customer checks out from your store, however you set up payments on this back end, whatever you integrate is how they can actually pay you when they check out. So I highly recommend Shopify Payments. They have a good fee, a good rate, in transaction fee and all that stuff. And a lot of people don't like Shopify Payments because they think it's too expensive or something like that. I love it. There's a lot of great reasons to use it. First of all, it's the easiest to set up, and it eliminates, too much problems with integrating another payment system. You can use it easily with other things like PayPal and Amazon Pay and things like that, so it's not exclusive. And it makes it really easy for returning customers to check out again. So basically all you do here is click Complete Account Setup, and you're going to go ahead and fill in all of this information to the best of your ability. You should have this information, banking information. If you don't, obviously pause the video and get it. What they won't tell you in some of the Shopify videos for setting up your store is you don't want to put in here things like words like CBD or things that are controversial, because they will deny you. So make sure you really know that your products are safe and accepted by Shopify Payments and that people are not having issues with them. Use the Google machine to search and make sure that your products are easily accepted by Shopify Payments. This is what's going to show up here on credit card statements, so make sure it clearly shows your brand so customers aren't confused and don't think it's fraud. And I love using a business account here and not my personal account, but I say use whatever account gets you up and running. You can come back and change it later. And just to be clear, this is the account that money will go into when a purchase is made on your store. So when you're done, come on down here, accept the terms of service, and complete account setup. Go ahead and click Manage to see some more options here. You can see which payments you're accepting, and so you can opt out of some of these if you want to. I love offering as many as possible. If you want to offer multiple currencies, this is where you can do it. For most of us, we're just starting out selling in the US, so I would go with that. You can enable things like price rounding, learn more sort of thing. This is what's going to show in your bank statement, so make sure you put something in there, maybe like Shopify and then your brand, and how often you want to get paid out. You can even enable notifications. Most of these are straightforward, right? These are your fraud filters. I recommend checking them both. And this basically is your address protection, and this is the CVV code verification. Shopify does a great job at keeping away the spammy purchases. They do happen. If you're in e-com, you're going to experience them, so I recommend starting this way. And it's kind of cool. If you want to test it, you can enable test mode and save and do a checkout that way. So another thing that's really cool is once you set this up, they'll actually kind of set you up already with a PayPal Express checkout. Basically, you want to use this for sure, and I would go ahead and set up a PayPal account under that, like a legit PayPal account under that email address. And because a lot of people like to pay with PayPal. You can actually just click here, and it'll take you to the page, and you can set up an account under this email address if you don't have one, or maybe you already have an email address that you can connect as well. I love activating Amazon Pay as well, and one thing that I will tell you is I love the idea of a couple more things. First, I like getting approved by another third-party provider just in case Shopify Payments, for some reason, shuts down and stops working. I've seen it happen a lot. They also give you the options to do some manual payment methods in case you want to do those as well. and make sure this is set to automatically capture. I wouldn't manually capture if I were you in your normal e-commerce setting. They do offer some alternative payment measures in case you are like overseas. That's usually what that applies for. And the third-party provider is what I would make sure to set up. Authorize is a really popular one. I really like Braintree is another one. But you might already have an account for your brick and mortar with one of these, so you could call up and just have it available for backup methods. So the goal here is to eliminate friction and to make sure the customer feels safe and secure and can pay you easily the way that they want to. So make sure you get all this done, save, and you're ready to start selling.